For this demonstration, I'm going to use a sample audio recording that I made a few minutes ago. This is a good example because there's a lot of noise, rain outside, and the drains are over here. Water is coming down through the walls. It's really an awesome opportunity for me to show you the power of editing with your podcast. This morning, I took a sample audio and it was raining outside. This is good because it's got a lot of noise, and you're going to be able to see the power of editing for noise reduction and hear the difference between the quality. So let's listen to it first. This is basic editing audio. So you can hear a lot of background noise. You can even hear the rain. I'm doing the spectral display right here on Adobe Audition. See where it says spectral frequency display. And the first thing I want to do is I want to do a noise reduction. So in the effects, we've got the noise reduction process, and you can see it over here. But before I do that, I have to capture a noise point. I have to have a reference. So I'm going to select the beginning. Always when I record audio for a podcast, I do about 3 seconds here. See at the beginning, this is 3 seconds before I start speaking, so that I can get that audio reference and do the noise reduction process. Watch this. A lot of the noise is going to be eliminated from this one technique. So I select about 1 second, go to Effects, Noise Reduction, Restoration, Capture Noise Point. And it captures the noise point. And here's the tricky part. You have to select the entire clip before you can actually do the noise reduction process. Now, on this, I have the noise reduction to 100%, reduced by 20 decibels, spectral decay rate at 0, precision factor 7, smoothing at 1, transition width 0 dBs. And I'm going to hit apply. Look at this already, a lot of that noise is gone. Now listen. This is basic editing audio. I hear a lot of reverberation in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go back to the noise reduction, and I'm going to click denoise first. Denoise, I usually do about 40 decibels. And you can go 30, 40, 50. I don't go too much over 50 because then it's going to affect the quality of your audio. And then that's that. This is basic editing audio. And still I hear the reverb. So I'm going to go over here, go to the same section, noise reduction, restoration, de-reverb. And I do about 35. On this one, I'm going to go up to about 40. This is pushing the envelope here. If you start going up above 40, you really get a change in the audio quality. So let's see what happens. Now let's listen to the beginning. I just did de-reverb. This is basic editing audio. The reverb is basically gone right there. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a hard limiter. Because as you can see, some of the peaks here are going above the -3 dBs that I talked about in a previous video. So I go up here, amplitude and compression, hard limiter. Click on that, and I go -3 dBs. This means that the audio will never go above -3 dBs. And see that right there? That's exactly right. See, this is the -3 dB mark right here. It's gone right to that point. Now I'm going to get into one other thing before I wrapped up this video. And that is, I use a little bit of EQ for my voice. So when I do the filter EQ, I'm going to go to right here, Effects, Filter EQ, Graphic Equalizer 10 bands. I have it set up for my voice exactly how I want it and exactly how I want to pinpoint the strong points of my voice and reduce some of the areas of my voice that I don't want emphasized. So I have really going up here from 0 up to 7.2K. It's going up in a sliding scale like that. And then at 1K, I've got it drop down a little bit, going back up again. And then at the end, the 4.4, actually, this is 16K. The 16K here is going to be going down a little bit. So I'm sorry. This is right here, 500 hertz. And then from 1K to 8K. So see how that is set up for my voice? Your voice is going to be completely different. And if you chose to have a sample of your voice sent to me, I can set up the EQ exactly that it's going to be best for your voice once I have a sample of your voice and I can analyze it and give you some feedback. So I hit apply. And we're done. Now, this is just the first part of editing because I'm not removing any in-breaths. I'm not removing any filler words. I'm not cutting anything, splicing anything up, and putting everything back together. This is very basic. Listen now. This is basic editing audio to show the basic editing techniques in this course. Notice the rain sound outside, and we're going to find out if some basic editing skills can remove that rain sound from this recording. And it did remove the rain sound from that recording. I hope you learned a lot in this basic editing skills for your podcast. A lot of podcasts don't even do this much editing. If you do just this for your podcast, it will sound 99% better than almost every podcast out there.